Today, I hope that you're doing amazingly well today. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you some tips for hosting a Twitter space in case yourself or a friend, anybody you know, hosts a Twitter space or host Twitter spaces. So let's zoom into it. So the first one is that it's really great. It would be really great if you can write all your questions in advance and then share with the speaker. So you could decide to apportion your questions to different areas. For example, life experiences of the guests, platforms they used to learn, and what motivates them, challenges, highlights of their life, challenges of the experience, they've been through, lessons learned from the experiences they've been through, right? That could be one of the ways you could section the questions just to guide them as they prepare. Another thing that could also be helpful is to set up your recording in advance. So that gives you the opportunity to set up the link ahead of time. So when you're setting up that link, you could click on the record button, because on the day when you're having the space, sometimes you're so excited, remind people to come in and check it on the speaker, check if mics are working and everything. You might forget to hit record, and of course you want that recording, right? So hitting it in advance on the day when you're scheduling the link could be another way to make everything much more effective for you. A third one is that you can request to download the recording after the space is over. So if you go into your Twitter settings, you'll find a place, you can just Google it, to download an archive of your data. When you download an archive of your data, you go into the folder called Spaces. The past spaces will appear there. Now this takes at least 24 hours for Twitter to send to you. So they'll send you a notification on your Twitter. They'll send you an email with the email account you used to register to say that your data is ready. Then you can download it. So what I do is that when I download them, I post them as a podcast. I started a podcast about 3 months ago. It's called Insightful Conversations that I use. So what you can do is that you can use that audio for the podcast, right? So that people who couldn't join the main session can catch up there. And the thing is that after 30 days, Twitter will delete that data, so you might not get the recording. So it's better to get it before it goes off, right? So once you get it, you can also upload it onto the podcast so that it's there forever and ever and ever, and then people can listen to it as and when they want to. And I use Anchor to upload mine, and then when I put it on Anchor, it also comes up on Spotify as well. So maybe in another video I could share a bit about how I created the Anchor account. It's free to use, and so basically I can just share out the links of the past space we've done, and then people can go out and then check it out on there, so that then the information that you got from your speaker, because all of our speakers, right, they have so much valuable information to share, and so people who want to go back, and then sometimes me myself want to go back and listen, right? So you yourself as the host could go back and listen, because when you're hosting, you are really using a lot of your, should I say, your mind? You're really using a lot of your brain at that time to make sure everything is in flow, to make sure the guests are okay, to make sure the host is okay, right? And so although you're writing some things down, you may still want to go back and then reflect on them later. And so the recording being on the podcast can also help with that. So I hope these tips are useful. Wish you an amazing rest of the day. Goodbye.